Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today I thought I would do like a reading vlog. I think I'm going to do this over a few days because it's currently January 17th and I'm back in Cardiff and my new semester starts in 10 days. So I've got to read, how many books? Maybe like 5 books. I want to get them done before the beginning of the semester. That's just what I like to do. I find it easier to get through my work during the semester by doing that. As you can see, I'm in another new room, my final new room of university. It's not quite finished yet. I've got some like last bits of like decor to do, but then I'm gonna do another room tour. If you're interested in seeing that, make sure you subscribe to my channel because this room is the biggest room I've had at university, and honestly it's so nice. I mean, walls are a little bit dodgy, but yeah. So I'm starting off today. I'm hoping to finish this book today. I've been reading it for days, but I'm currently reading Lady Chatterley's Lover. This, honestly, I've been going for hours. It doesn't look that big, but it's really like dense, and like there's not really breaks. The chapters are really long. There's not really breaks. I was really looking forward to reading this, but I'm not enjoying it as much as I thought I would. But I'm currently on page 223 and there is 268 pages. So I've got about just over 40 more to go. So that's my current reading. So I'm hoping to get that done today and maybe start on another book as well. Honestly, this is taking me days. In the time that it's been taking me to read this, I've read the whole of the second Harry Potter book. I've read the trial of Lady Chatterley's Lover because this book was put on trial to get rid of it because apparently it's too pornographic. And the module that I'm reading for is called Scandals and Controversies of the 20th and 21st century, just to give context to what I'm reading. So I've got this, I've already read, like Twilight was in it, Oleana, Lolita I've already read. I've got to read 50 Shades for it, which is a huge book, and I've read the first chapter and honestly it's appallingly written. Yeah, I'll check in with you throughout the day and the coming days with my reading as to what I'm reading and how I'm getting on with it and whether I'm enjoying it or not. So yeah, stick around for the rest of this video if you want to see how I get on with my reading for this semester. So I have finally finished Lady Chatterley's Lover, which is meant to be a classic. As you can see here, Wordsworth classics. It's a very heavy book, pretty boring. I was expecting to enjoy it and I just didn't. Sorry if you can hear the rain outside. It's, you know, Cardiff weather, not in LA anymore. I don't know, I was really looking forward to reading this book because I'd heard like good things about it and it just wasn't my cup of tea. It was just very heavy. I didn't feel like there was actually that much. I didn't feel like the characters were built up enough for me to like care about them. Like I found them kind of annoying. Honestly, yeah, didn't particularly like that one. But I'm going to go and make myself lunch because it's 3:30. Because it took me like 3 hours to read 60 pages. That's how heavy this book is. It doesn't take me that long to read things. Like I read, okay, let's put in perspective. I read the first Harry Potter. I've never read them before. I read the first one on Christmas Day, the whole thing. And obviously other things were going on Christmas Day as well. Sorry, my phone's going off. So I wasn't sat reading the whole day. But this has taken me like 3 or 4 days. Not consecutively, but you know. Anyway, I'm gonna go make myself food and I'm gonna choose which book I'm gonna read next and then I'll get back to you. Hey guys, so it's now the next day and as you saw in the last clip I finished reading Lady Chatterley's Lover and I have to read 50 Shades for my course, so I started that yesterday. I'm this much through. I only read a couple of chapters. I'm currently trying to pay a bill to my American university for staying an extra night, which I did way before Christmas. And it didn't go through, so they've charged me an extra $35. It didn't go through for no fault of my own. My bank account had enough money on it. I actually just think that they waited too long to put the payment through. So it's kind of unfair that I have to pay $35 extra. But my internet is not working. It's working fine on my phone, but for God knows what reason, it is not working on my laptop. As you can see, I can't get onto anything. I also really want to print my reading lists for this semester because I always put them up on my wall and I tick them off as like I've done them, and I kind of want to know what order the reading is in. But I also currently can't do that. I'm going to see if I can access it from my phone. As you can see, my room's kind of coming together a bit more now. I've got posters up there, so I'll probably film a room tour next week. It'll probably be like the next video after this one. Oh, but honestly, this internet's driving me crazy. I don't understand. To be fair, it seems to have dropped on my phone now as well. But I'm trying to do this, and then I'm gonna get to reading 50 Shades, which honestly, Lady Chatterley's Lover was an awful book, but at least it was like kind of well written. Yeah, 50 Shades is not well written. It kind of sounds like a 5-year-old's written a porno. Kind of the opposite of that cast. But we're gonna keep going. Hopefully my internet will come back, and then I can start reading for the day. So it's the next day now, and I got this far through yesterday because I only really read for maybe not even 2 hours, because I started reading really late because I was doing other stuff in the morning. But I've got up to 136, and then my boyfriend came around yesterday and we went to the pub, so I really didn't read that much. But I'm not planning on leaving the house today, so I'm hoping I can get this finished because it's not really difficult to read. It's making me laugh because it's pretty funny. But yeah, I'm hoping I can finish this today, but I'll check in with you. So it's currently, I've had another slow morning. It's 1:30. See how far I can get today. I'm hoping I can finish it and move on to something else tomorrow. So it's now a bit later and I've had some lunch. And I'm about to start reading again. I got to page 206, which is almost halfway through. So that's quite good going. I say I just had lunch. I actually think it's like 4. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock and I just had lunch, so I guess I'll be having dinner quite late. But I do this thing where, I don't know if you can see, I like to turn the page down where the chapter ends, so that when I'm kind of like goal focused, so I kind of like to know when the end of each chapter is, and I kind of like go, okay, read this chapter, and then read this one. Which obviously that's how you read a book, but turning the pages just motivates me a bit more, because I'm like, oh look, this is how much you've got left until the end of this chapter. And then the same for the next and the next. So yeah, still think it's terribly written, still think it's quite funny. Ignore the fact I have no makeup on. As I said, I'm not leaving the house today. Hey guys, so it's now Monday and I have been out this morning. I went into town to get, it's my grandpa's birthday on Wednesday, so I went to go and get some stuff for that. So it's currently 2:30 because I also then baked my cake ready because I'm going to my grandparents tomorrow. I've got this much left to read now, so I'm on page 331. So I think I can probably finish this today because there's about just under 200 pages left, so it'll probably take me a couple of hours. So I'm going to read a bit until my cake is cooled down so that I can then go and, you know, like decorate it, put jam in it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing now. It's still a terrible book. I also watched I'd watched the other films, but the final film has just been put on Netflix. And honestly, it finished and I was like, wait, where's the rest of the film? Because it just didn't have like a classic storyline to it. Like, it just seemed like there wasn't enough problems in it and it just abruptly ended. So yeah, it's a very odd franchise, honestly. But I want to finish this because I don't particularly want to take this book to my grandparents, funnily enough. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So I have now finished 50 Shades, finally. That was such a thick book. It's like 5 to 7. I think I'm going to make myself some dinner. And I'm just going to make myself pasta. I'm going to my grandparents tomorrow. So I need to pack for that, so I kind of need to do like quick food. But then I think I might start reading. What have I got left to read? Hang on. I still have left to read 3 books. I have The Children's Hour, which is a play, which I don't think is that long, so I think I might try and read that next. The Group, which is kind of like a relatively thick novel, and then The Catcher in the Rye, which I've read before, so that's last on my list to read, because I have read it before, so there's going to be a reread. Yeah, I think I'm going to go and make myself some dinner, and then do some packing, and then I think I'm going to try and read some of The Children's Hour, because I'm pretty sure it's only like 80 pages, which isn't too bad. I rated this, I think on Goodreads I might have given it 3 stars. On my own spreadsheet I've given it 2.5 because I don't think it's well written. I think that it made me laugh more than it was supposed to, but it also wasn't entirely awful. So I gave it 2.5 stars. Wouldn't necessarily recommend. Although what annoys me is that it's kind of left on a cliffhanger, which like I don't particularly want to read the other books. Like, they're not my thing. I also don't like to not finish a series. So, thank you to my lecturer who put this and Twilight on the reading list, because now I've got to finish both of them. And I don't particularly want to finish either of them, but it's just like a weird, I need to know how the story ends, even though I know how the story ends for both of them because I've watched all the films. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and make myself some pasta, and then I'm gonna pack to go to my grandparents. I don't really know what I'm meant to pack. I think we're going out for dinner. So it's now Sunday, which is quite a few days later because I've had my birthday, and the girls really didn't do anything yesterday. My birthday was on Friday, but I'm about to start reading this. I have 2 more books to read. This one and Catcher in the Rye. Catcher in the Rye I've read before, which is why I'm leaving it till last. I just had a shower, which is why my hair looks like this. But I'm gonna start reading this. This is The Group by Mary McCarthy. Apparently it's set in after a group of women have been to Vassar College in New York, and it's set in the 1930s, so we'll see how this goes. I'll keep you updated. I'm hoping that even though it's thick, it'll be a quick-ish read. So I'm just about to start reading this again. I read some more in uni earlier, so I'm now this far of the way through. I think I'm just about to finish chapter 2. Wow, it's not focusing, that's fun. Yeah, so I'm gonna read a bit more. I'm actually relatively enjoying it so far. I wasn't expecting it to be... It's kind of like old-fashioned 50 Shades, the second chapter, which I wasn't expecting it to be. But yeah, that's where I'm up to. 49 out of 437. So more than 10% of the way through. Okay, so it's now Monday and I really haven't like filmed what I've been reading in quite a few days. But I think I've decided I really want to do maybe like weekly or bi-weekly reading vlogs, because like I'm trying to read a lot. But I'm currently up to, I've got this far with The Group, which like really isn't that far. I realised that we're reading this after reading week, and we're reading The Catcher in the Rye before reading week, which I've read before but I need to reread it. So I've started with that again, and I'm like this far through, but it's really not that thick. It's like 100 and something pages. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this video here and then start a new video with where I'm up to and what I'm reading, because it's not just these 2 books I'm reading. I'm also reading, these are the ones for uni, so this was like a uni reading vlog, but I'm also reading other ones like for my own enjoyment as well. So I thought I'd start like a weekly reading vlog instead. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.